Okay, today we're going to be talking about the pimple complex, and we're going to experiment here, putting a couple of videos together, splicing them together. This camera's not able to focus, bring all these small things into focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read, starting at the top, the definition of the pimple complex and how it affects everything. Symbiotic relationship, I guess, would be the term. Current organizational scheme of the political, industrial, medical, military, psychological, and academic legal complex. This system feeds off addictions. Each participant is symbiotic with and dependent upon the others. It is based on the incorrect premise derived from psychological religious paradigm of addiction. Inadvertently magnifies the problem while enlarging itself. Even though the paradigm doesn't work, it argues that it will work if only given enough money, power, and size. Practice makes permanent, not perfect. War on drugs ensures crime, violence, and blames it on drugs and addicts. Defends paradigm and maintains criminal justice system, demonizes drugs and addicts. So we're going to move over here to the left, and starting at the top, drug cartels supply addictive drugs to sustain the PR paradigm. National Institute for Alcoholism and Alcohol Abuse and the National Institute for Drug Addiction supports research biased to perpetuate the PR paradigm's myths. Scientific justification of PR paradigm. National Council on Alcoholism initiated to advocate for AA issues, but has since joined the PR paradigm. Establishment enables AA abdication. Treatment. Industry, rehab, psychology, and psychiatry superficially promotes recovery, and that's the key, superficially promotes recovery, while undermining it by using antithetical treatment regimes. Maintains the PR paradigm principles in treatment. Legal industry profits from the status quo, prevents defense of hypoics, and enables the criminal justice system, perpetuates discrimination, abuse of addicts. Criminal justice system punishes and discriminates against addicts, ensuring proliferation of correction industry. Okay, going down the other side, pharmaceutical companies, liquor and gambling industry. Recovery is bad for business, support lobbies, and perpetuate status quo via advertising policies, maintaining an alternative addictions. Then we go down to state-run agencies, social services, alcohol counselors. Concepts applied by the NIH and academia for education and policy delusions to make sure systems run according to the PR paradigm. State-run maintenance of the PR paradigm. Universities, academic and social service training, grants supplied by the NIH and other agencies needing perpetuation of a paradigm, does studies and writes the literature setting teaching curriculums. Academic justification of the PR paradigm, indoctrinates new professionals. State and federal legislation, lobbyists ensure proper laws, ensure legal justification of abuse, punishment, and discrimination of addicts. Self-help industry, books and seminars, pushes therapeutic nonsense, disguised as recovery to keep addicts out of recovery, keeps hypoics sick by promoting the self-sufficient use of the ineffective PR paradigm, particularly superstitious concepts and dogma. And all this is tied together down here at the bottom by religious organizations maintaining moralistic and superstitious basis for PR paradigm. Called The Pimple Complex, page 226 of the book Hypo's Handbook. The Hypoism Paradigm of Addiction. Dan Humanoff. Okay, you're on.
I wanted that recording of the PR of the Pimple Complex so that I could refer to it and you could have it on the tip of your tongue when you're listening to what I have to say right now. The recent death of Whitney Houston has stimulated a lot of angst about how could such a beautiful and talented person die from misuse of drugs, especially after having been in treatment many times and supported by so many people. She still fell through the filter and ended up dead on the coroner's table. The Pimple Complex is the cause of that, and the cause of at least 1 million deaths a year from all kinds of addictions. The cause of death is that we are supporting, with that Pimple Complex, a paradigm, a theory, and a methodology of treatment that has been proven to be wrong and ineffective and harmful. If you look at the Pimple Complex, you see right on the top left is the drug cartels. They're actually part of the scheme that is maintaining the paradigm that killed Whitney Houston. And they're telling us that they're fighting them, while in fact the drug cartels are growing daily. And it's only through changing paradigms, which seems to be an impossible task because of the massive weight that the Pimple Complex has in preventing any new idea from being tested. Not only tested, but known. My idea, the hypoism paradigm, has been censored since 1992 when I wrote my first paper about it. Even though some of the editors of the journals that I sent it to agreed with the idea, they were still forced through their own systems to reject my paper. Since that time, countless papers have been written supporting the ideas of hypoism, and yet nobody knows the word hypoism. Not only they don't know the word, they don't know the paradigm, they don't know what it's about, they don't know anything about it. It's not in the dictionary, and it's not in the field. Even though they all know about it because I've given lectures to them about it. So that's my take on the Whitney Houston and all other deaths caused by addictions. It's actually caused by the Pimple Complex, all the people who work within it, the people we've given our trust to take care of our kids and ourselves to, are actually the ones who are killing us. From NIDA to the NIAAA to ASAM and all the treatment people who are abusing addicts daily. Thank you.